Buds, how's it going? Strawberry Bunny here. I've decided to finally make a video to showcase a little bit of my college work because a few of you apparently were interested in seeing that, so I've decided I'm gonna do that today finally because, you know, I have a break from college. I gotta get back to my roots, and I have this to inspire me. It's beautiful. It's a dude, by the way. I'm sorry if the quality isn't all that great, you know, the footage. I'm on my laptop, and, you know, this way I can just quickly edit without it taking forever to render, you know. High quality, it takes like a million years. But, yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy it anyway. And, it's not like I'm gonna use my laptop all the time. This is like a rare occasion. Maybe in the past I did, but now it's a different story. Yeah, you might also hear a little bit of like sound in the background, either from my laptop or from outside my window, you know, because there's like hobos out there. But yeah, just don't mind that. It took me a little bit of time to think about how to organize these type of videos, you know, from now on, me showcasing my college work, because I do have quite a bit of work, college work that I've completed, and not all of them are the very best, I would say, but a few of them I feel like are masterpieces of mine. I mean, at least to me. Like, I just feel like, how did I create that, you know? It just came out of my imagination. It just happened after like a whole month's work, and I was like, wow, anything truly is possible. Based on my own opinion. I mean, I don't know. My professors seem to think so. So it took me a little bit of time to think, how should I organize this video? This first video, at least, you know, showcasing my college work. And first I was like, should I show multiple works I've done in one video? Should I showcase my best work I've done, like all of them in one video so far? Should I showcase like what I began with, you know, how I was first with this type of material in my video? And I was just like, I don't know, because like I don't have a lot in my portfolio that I would be most proud to show, but I feel like you guys would like to see how I first started out, maybe to inspire you in some way, you know, to show you that anything is possible, even if you think at first you're not that great. But with a lot of practice, you get better, and as long as your heart is in it. I've decided, at least for this video, I'm just gonna show you one project I've made, or one piece of work I've made for college, which is actually my first animation, 3D animation I've ever done. And yeah, it's kind of rough. I wouldn't say it's a masterpiece of mine, but I think it turned out okay. You know, we all have to start somewhere, right? So yeah, from this moment forward, you see my progress, you know, from beginning to future. But anyway, enough of me rambling. I'm going to show you my first ever 3D animation, which, it's not the very best, but it's how I started. And if you're ever interested in seeing more videos like this, you'll see the more recent stuff I've made, which hopefully you buds will think has improved. Anywho, this is my first ever 3D project. I'm making this sound so dramatic, more dramatic than it should. Yeah, let's check it out. Now before I get to the animation part, I wanted to show you what my models look like, my 3D models. This is my first 3D model, and I think it looks okay, but of course, it's not perfect. And yes, my idea for this project was to design a car, a futuristic car, but yeah, I don't think it has enough details. It looks too generic for me. But yeah, I wanted to create like an interesting looking car with my own type of design on it, and this is what I came up with. It looks kind of chunky, but it's not too bad. The wheels have these triangles on them. It's not because, you know, I'm like in the Illuminati or anything. I don't know why I sound like a girly girl right now. But yeah, it was just my design concept to add triangles on the wheels and adding the color blue, because blue is a really nice color. And I wanted the vehicle to look majestic and futuristic. Also look edgy, which from this angle, I don't know if you could really see its edginess, or what I tried to go for. Okay, well, I guess the next picture doesn't show that, but yeah, this is the environment that the car was intended to drive on. It doesn't look that great either, but I had the idea of designing this sort of obstacle course for this car to drive through in a fast manner, because I intended this to be like a video game. I don't know why. I designed this little environment here for the car to drive around, or drive through, to make it through that hoop over there. Do you see that hoop? Yeah. And for some reason I felt like adding crystals, I don't know why, And I wanted to also give it like a outer space futuristic looking theme, so that's why you see like this planet over there. And the texturing, I would say on the crystals and maybe the platform, the metallic platform that you see there, is probably the best looking overall, like out of this whole entire scene. Since this was like my first time ever creating anything 3D and learning the software, which was 3ds Max, that's the software I first started using, Autodesk 3ds Max. This first attempt didn't turn out like as crisp and like awesome as I wanted it to with the textures, but I would say it still looks rather fine. The crystals I would say is my favorite part from this, and maybe like the structuring of the whole entire obstacle course. Let's take a look at the next screenshot. Oh yeah, this is like a faraway shot. I think it looks sexy. And yeah, it's just the same scene. It's not anything like too complicated, but a more faraway shot, distant shot. Yeah, it just shows more of the scene. And it shows more of the texturing as well as of the platform. It's based off of a futuristic world, or like it's placed in a futuristic world, but there's like this grass or like plants that are growing over it. I felt like it was a futuristic world that was abandoned or whatnot, and this car just happened to drive through it, even though it doesn't look that abandoned. I don't know really what I'm talking about, but it's the idea I had, and it didn't really quite meet my expectations, but it still doesn't look that bad, I would say. And yeah, my professor said it kind of looked like something you would see off of a racing series or video game, like for like a start. And you know, that was a compliment for me. I thought it was really nice of him to say that. I had to learn for the first time how to apply those textures. Some of them were created based on the 3ds Max software, but the platform itself, like where you see the grass, and as well as the hoop and the planet, I had to all texture using Photoshop, which was interesting to figure out how to do, because I've never learned how to do this before, so it was a little bit complicated for me. Overall, I think it turned out okay. It looks complete for whatever I was going for. You know, something simple but interesting looking. And oh yeah, also the arrows that you see there, I had to like place on Photoshop, like using Photoshop, and I think it looks good. Like it's aligned nicely, and I wanted to look like, you know, those like arrows that you see in video games, like when you drive over them, they make you go faster. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go for. But yeah, this is a distant view of that. Let's see what the next screenshot shows. And yes, here's my car again, though you still can't really see like the front or anything. This is just a zoomed up version of the tire for some reason. I think it's because I wanted to show the texturing on the tire. I know, it's kind of lame. And yeah, I just wanted to show that it was actually a tire and not just this like black like cylinder thing. And it had like dimension and like depth to it. Like, you know, it was like defined. That's why I wanted to zoom in and like screenshot it. And again, the reason there's a triangle there, it's just based on like this concept I had in my mind. Like, it was just kind of random, and just to start out, I want to do something simple, and for some reason I think triangles like look futuristic. I don't know if that makes any sense, maybe not, but yeah, I just placed a triangle there, along with those swirly blue lines and stars. Apparently, I guess I was trying to go kawaii a bit, but overall I would say it turned out okay for my first attempt. Let's look at the next screenshot. Oh, here we go. Okay, so when I first started out doing 3D like in a class and creating this, I honestly thought this was like the most amazing thing I've ever created. I mean, looking back at it now, I'm just like, but it still looks pretty cool. I mean, some aspects of it, like for example, you can see more of the car, though for some reason the windows look like they're invisible, and there's like this weird dimension in the background. It makes it look like this place is like in a box or something, which it actually was. But you know, I was first starting out, so I didn't really know how to fix that. What I like about this screenshot is even though it's kind of silly, is it kind of looks like there's like a sun glare or something going on with the car, even though it wasn't intentional, coming off from the background. Actually, it's not actually on the car, but it kind of looks like it's coming from the car, like on the edge of what's it called, the headlights. And yeah, I just think it makes it look kind of epic, even though it wasn't intended, like it just happened. But yeah, what I don't really like about the screenshot is the really poor texturing. Do you see the platform? Do you see the ground? It just looks like what's going on. And there's this weird like random spaceship in the background, which it's like very obvious that this is like an image that was placed back there. It wasn't really like defined. So yeah, but you know, there's the pros and the cons for like first starting out doing this kind of stuff, and that's what happened for me. Overall, I'm happy with it, and you know, that was just my first attempt. This is just my first attempt experience. So yeah, let's go to the next screenshot. Alright, so here's my car again, just to see its shape from a side view. And yeah, pretty much the same thing. I honestly had a lot of difficulty trying to like model this car, because I've never modeled a car before. Again, all of this has been like a first experience roller coaster, so yeah, that's why the door looks like it's not actually a door. It just looked like it just been like imprinted or something. I don't know, or you know, just sculpted out of the whole entire mesh. So yeah, that's why it's not really that great looking. Also the windows, like what's going on there, you know? It's like the corners of it look kind of weird, but yeah, it still looks really cool. Like I like overall like the design I was going for, the look I was going for. And of course everyone starts from somewhere. Every animator starts from somewhere, and this is where I started as a 3D artist. So yeah, it's not too bad. Alright, so the next image shows a different view of the whole scene, and from here you can see we're looking at it through this hoop here. And yeah, it looks kind of plain, but yeah, this hoop I just simply designed it in Photoshop. And what I really intended for this hoop is for it to glow. You know, like wherever there's blue, it would glow. But of course, since I was first beginning, I didn't know how to do that. So yeah, this is what I ended up with, and it looks okay, and I think it goes with the scene well. I intended it for it to be a portal to another dimension, another world, for the car to jump through and like teleport and continue racing or whatnot. So yeah, of course the hoop, it looks really rough. It does not look smoothed out. It just looks kind of chunky, but you know, life and the struggles of an animator as a beginner, because I now know how to like fix all those things. But yeah, this was my first attempt at doing that. Okay, so here's a zoomed up version of the headlights of the car and overall the car itself. And yeah, I just had this idea of like making it look like the car's headlights were like leaking or something, but they're actually not. Because I wanted to make the car look like it had a face, very fierce face, and this is what I ended up with. And yeah, overall, if I would have a name for the theme of the car, I really don't know what it would be, but you buds are free to like give me an idea of like what it would be called, even though I don't consider this as like a portfolio worthy piece of artwork. But yeah, I wanted to make it look sort of edgy and futuristic and express some sort of personality as if it was like actually alive and have a face and all that. But yeah, this is the headlights, and yeah, I would say I'm pretty happy with it. I like how the headlights turn out, like with the effect of it leaking like that, making it look like it was wearing like mascara or something, or like eyeliner, and it just melted because it's so hardcore. Anywho, yes. That's just my thoughts on it. Yeah, this is the headlights of the car. Okay, here's another similar scene to what we've already seen of the environment, and I guess it's just me trying to show the professor and my classmates different angles of the texturing and the structure itself. The metallic texturing was a little interesting to try to apply on there. I don't really think it looks that metallic. I don't think it looks that convincing like I wanted it to, but again, beginner. This sort of stuff happens when you first begin doing something. Hey. And again, I have no idea why the crystals are there. I think I don't know, in a way I feel like it gives it personality, so I don't really like question it too much. I think putting those crystals there, it kind of gives the whole scene this sort of like theme, more defined theme and like personality. So yeah, making it look like it's from a certain world that no one knows, but it's there. I don't know how great I am at like giving commentary or like critiquing my own work, but yeah, this is what my imagination came up with as a beginner. So yeah, from here, this is, you know, it only like proceeds further and progresses in future videos that hopefully I can upload of my college work. But yeah, this is another view of the whole scene. And yeah, that's Saturn over there. I don't know why I picked Saturn, but it just happened. And yeah, there's Saturn again. This model right here was actually supposed to be like a sort of doorway. Again, I was going for like an obstacle sort of thing for the car to like drive through. And with this, the door was intended to close, but very slowly, very slow-like, giving the car time to pass through it, just barely. And I also tried to make it look like a spaceship for the planet to sit on. And the ring itself, I have no idea why it's only half, why it's cut in half like that, but that just happened. The colors, I was thinking of going with cold colors, because the car had a lot of blues in it, and yeah, that's why you see a lot of blue here too, and purples. And now I shall show you the animation itself. And be warned, I'm sure you will see many little errors, especially for those of you who are experts at this, that may be watching. But yeah, this is my first ever 3D animation as a beginner, with the idea of a car racing through an obstacle course in a game in outer space. Or, you know, somewhere futuristic. Let's just watch and enjoy. So yeah, that was it. I'm happy with it. I love the music that I picked. I mean, I think it made it look a little bit more hardcore than what I've ended up with. Feel free to let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, Strawberry Buds. If you enjoyed this video and would be interested in seeing more of this type of content, hit that like button. It's right here. I believe it is. It should be. I mean, YouTube keeps changing, and I just don't know. I can't keep up. Wherever it is, click it. Of course, if you enjoyed, of course, yes. And I will definitely consider making more based off of your reactions, your positive reactions. And I love you, Strawberry Buds, so much. If by any chance any of you are actually in college or thinking about going to college or this type of field, I would say make sure your heart is in it. If your heart is not in it, do not do it. Do it if your heart is in it and it makes you happy. I'm so happy. I need to smile more because I don't look like I'm happy about it, but yes I am. I'm happy with the stuff that I created, and you know, I'm looking forward to showing you buds if you guys are interested in showing them to you. And I'm thinking it might just be one piece of artwork or one piece of creation from college I've made in each of these type of videos. Like, just talking about and showing you buds one piece of college artwork I've made. Creations. Imagination. Show you guys that it's not just focused on 3D animation. It's actually, I guess I would say, depending on the college you go to, because I've only been in one college so far, they show you a little of everything. I mean, that's what it seems like for the field that I've chosen. They've been showing me how to do 3D animation, of course, 2D animation. They even showed me how to do a little bit of game design, which is actually something I'm learning right now. And they've showed me how to do interior design, exterior design, how to draw more perfectly, show you how to draw proportionately, creatively, and magically. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Or post them on my Twitter, because I have a Twitter, even though it's kind of like echoey. But it's there. So post it there, post it down there, and I will definitely read it and most likely answer it, because I love you buds so much. By the way, new video is coming up soon for this channel, and I am working on more. I know I'm always very slow, like while I'm in college, but only you true Strawberry Buds will know that I love doing this so much, and I only want to keep improving. And of course I want to have more time for it, but I am working on it. And I've actually uploaded on my art channel recently, for any of you buds that are interested in seeing that. Not anything fancy, it's just a how to draw an anime body video. Mainly for beginners, because it's not anything that fancy, like I said. But if any of you buds are interested in watching that, feel free. Link is below in the description. Oh, maybe some of you, I have no idea because, you know, I can't really tell all the time, but on Instagram, I'm posting there a lot, especially my stories on Instagram. If any of you buds are ever interested in seeing what I'm up to these days, like constantly, because I'm able to post there a lot quicker, because there's not much editing that goes on. You can follow me there and check it out. Check out the stories, check out the posts, anything. Really thankful for you buds, and I'm so excited to show you buds more stuff that I have in this head of mine. This weird, like, alien bunny fruity head of mine. My imagination, I don't know. Seriously, I have a lot of really great ideas I wanna create and, like, also share that I've already created for you buds. It just has to take a little bit more time, but I believe that you Strawberry Buds, those true Strawberry Buds watching, will understand and will stick there. Just like I will always stick there for you buds. We gotta support each other, help each other as passionate creators. And I really do appreciate your support for me, for this weird creature here. It really does make a difference. No matter if you think it doesn't, it most definitely does. It just touches my heart. It makes me want to keep going. Okay, this video turned into like a ramble, and I'm sorry. Let me know if you buds want to see more by hitting that like button and commenting. And yeah, I will be uploading another video soon, like aside from this type of content, like my usual vlogs. And I'm thinking of doing a discussion video. And feel free to help me out, you know, with a topic of what you'd like for me to talk about, share experiences on, and thoughts and opinions and all that stuff. Just leave them down below if you have any. Feel free. And check out my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram if you're not already. That's where I post more often, while I'm not able to get on my StrawberryZone realm on here. Anyway, remember, peace, love, and respect. Remember that. That's what makes the world go round. Yeah. Okay, that was beautiful. Stay epic and stay creative. Always. I have an assignment to do right now. I just remembered that. So wish me luck. I'm beat. I don't wanna adult today. And this hat doesn't stay on my head. Okay, I just realized you buds were able to see my PJs.